The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the New York Giants.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will make it into the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. This is Saquon Barkley. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
The ball carrier.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing.
He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Touchdown,
Darius Slayton with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this is off the left upright, but he banks it through. How about that one?
Giants 7, Ravens nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 42. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
2nd and 11 at the 41.
54 Mike.
From the gun, Jackson. This one caught by Isabella. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receiver took advantage.
Ball carrier.
Tackle made by Marcus Golden.
32-yard line.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Jackson. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Let me breathe for a minute. Let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, flying like dragon.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They're going for Dobbins. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Jackson from the shotgun, escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
8-yard line.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
I got you, son. I got you, son. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
They'll run with Dobbins. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
54, right there. 54. Here we go, 54.
Now Jackson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
By Dexter
Lawrence.
A 4-yard
showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4.
At the 22-yard line.
First down, a bit of a disaster. And now on second and goal, back even further. Operating from the gun. Jackson, flush to his right. And the pressure gets to him again.
Jackson sacked.
Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well, and they took the shot downfield. They were more than prepared for that one.
Rolling to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
First down, New York.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
First down, New York.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
26,
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
A A first down carry for Barkley. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Barkley on the carry.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Barkley,
that play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored.
And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD.
The ball carrier.
Saquon Barkley
New York.
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
14. Ravens, nothing. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter there. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard
Big
line.
hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
54,
A shotgun snap to give to Dobbins. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
By Julian Love.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Ravens, nothing.
right there.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. That ball complete to Isabella. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now it's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 more there and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the Giants' 28-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Jackson will throw again. And this one incomplete.
Jackson.
Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On third down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A 45-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Ravens
to chalk that down as an 8-play drive capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another 1st down.
First down, Jones. And incomplete, crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Jones to throw again. Going for the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Gano now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3.
Is good. Makes the score Giants 21, Ravens 3. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day.
Here's Jackson to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. On the return, it's Tate. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. How great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. Able to find Isabella. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Check 31, check 31.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Jones now throwing on first down. He's going to loft one and got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants add on to their lead.
The kick is good.
We didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Right there, 54, right there. Hey, I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. He's at the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Justin Tucker lining up for the extra point.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that, man. One play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Oh, they can't stop it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play.
That's caught at the 25.
Jones pass.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Throwing, Jones. He'll buy some time right. His throw incomplete.
On the keeper.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Off play action. Jones rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before break. Jackson. And that's incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Wrap.
Now Jackson on first down. Throw left side completes Isabella. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Right back to Dobbins on first. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles around the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Jackson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Yo. 54. Watch 54.
To throw is Jackson. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down. Credit Julian Love with a pass breakup.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's going to get his...
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Malik Harrison brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete left side to Shepard. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
11 yards.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
J.K. Dobbins.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Down at the 26.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. What's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. First and 10 at the 41. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's a
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. 30, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They got to be better with the football on this possession.
The last one didn't bother you too much.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jackson flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Rebounding right here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jones to Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Complete.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
19 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Here's Jones on 1st down. He's going to float this over the middle deep, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
17.
Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, Jones. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 yards on the scramble there, but it does leave him still a few inches shy with third down looming. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll roll him out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Dobbins hit and he fumbles. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by James Bradbury. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
2 yards.
Sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Jabril Peppers, the former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
Peppers on the coverage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Check pass. Check pass. Mike 54. Mike 10.
Now a handoff for Dobbins. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Between the last two plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
From the gun, Jackson. This one caught by Isabella. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's a give to Dobbins. And he's got some space here. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. 1st and goal with Lamar Jackson leading the charge, the 23-year-old quarterback. And if they find the end zone here, they'll reach that number 23 on the scoreboard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
They can't hang with that.
2nd down and goal. Jackson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former 1st-round pick there on the coverage. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Ravens get a bit closer. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Giants 35, Ravens 24. Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, Corey Ballantyne. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Catch made by Slayton. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
A gain of 11.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Jones on 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
J.K. Dobbins.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the
from the gun, it's Jackson. And he whips that one incomplete there. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Jackson from the shotgun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Results from a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
4th down, here's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 22. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Look at the spin. Balance. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Try and run some clock here as they... And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage. But not much more than that.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. 35. And that miss should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try to run it in with Dallas. They'll try and run it here. But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Here's a give to Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And I tell you, this was a fun one, just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Giants, the win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.